Do you think after this 2 year long, very bloody conflict, Hamas, beyond its military role, will have some political future, or do you think that is also under question?
They had to take on arms, and because of that, they have been discredited. And now I don't think they will be able to play any major role.
How do you think this peace plan will affect the political standing and constituency of Benjamin Netanyahu? Will he be able to sell it to his constituency as a victory or a concession to Palestine?
Obviously, he will take it as victory that he has disbanded Hamas. He will also have victory as far as the return of the hostages is concerned. But as far as the implementation of MIGA is concerned, that might be a little affected, and therefore it will affect his political career.
After ceasefire, the Abraham Accord will be revived or will face greater challenges, particularly from the Arab world?
The Arabs who thought that they were part of the Abraham Accord and also thought that having given large bases, military bases to United States of America, they were safe. But suddenly they had a reality check. So now they have lost faith in American commitment.
Viewers, very warm welcome to another episode of V News English program Perspectives, in which we bring before you the most insightful perspectives from around the world on issues that are the most critical for the world. Recently, we heard that the initial peace deal of bringing about a ceasefire in Gaza has taken place. Is it going to be enduring? Is it going to work? Is it going to be acceptable to all the major stakeholders? These are some of the critical questions that we are going to raise today from Ambassador Naela Chohan, who is one of the leading experts of Middle East and its security and politics. Excellency, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Mohammad Isa, for inviting me to this very illustrious program. I don't know if I'm the leading expert, but whatever modest information I have, I'll be happy to share it with you.
Thank you. You're extremely modest. I can recognize that. But let me ask you at the outset, what is your initial comment on this deal?
To be very honest, my initial reaction is caution for various reasons. We have experienced earlier peace deals also, which were not followed to the letter. As far as Israel is concerned, it is still, doing all the massacres. They have yet not stopped. And Netanyahu does have MIGA, which is Make Israel Great Again. So I would have a word of caution here because this is a very delicate situation. It is a breather for the Palestinians who were being killed day in and day out. So they will have some space to get humanitarian aid. But that's about all. As far as the two-state theory is concerned, the two-state solution is concerned, I wonder how that will be implemented. Because as you know, this deal is outside the UN parameters. So whatever understandings UN members of the United Nations have had, the resolutions that were being drafted, proposed, Arab League resolutions, all those things, um, that is aside. So this is a 20-point peace deal that Mr. Trump and his team has come up with. Uh, to be honest, other than giving them a breather, uh, they're talking about two-state solution, but there is no definition of how that state will be, crafted or drafted out of that landscape, and there are a lot of ambiguities.
Okay. So the initial announcements indicate that there is a possibility of ceasefire and exchange of prisoners. But I think some of the points still are, yet to be negotiated and agreed by the stakeholders and the major parties, such as the disarmament of Hamas, and the emergence of a new technocratic government. What do you make of that? Do you think that is a possibility, or do you think it is just an idea but difficult to achieve?
At this moment, it is, I think, too early to comment on, because the problem is that Hamas already is disarmed. They don't have much to fight with. They have been beaten badly. But technocrats, because Palestinians themselves have more than 14 groups. So, which experts from which groups will be taken, and how will it be an exclusive government of so called technocrats? And how will that governance be managed with Israel? So, there are a lot of, I think, gray areas at this moment.
Um, what is your assessment of the role in this process, and also in terms of the Palestinian future for Mr. Mahmoud Abbas' government? Do you think he also has a future, or do you think this technocrat government may not provide space to him as well?
Well, looking at how he was treated at the UNGA, where he and his delegation were not even given visas to participate in the UNGA session, where so many countries were conveying their acceptance of the state of Palestine, shows how the American government looks at Mr. Mahmoud Abbas. So, whatever new format of the government would be, we really don't know. Who will be the participants in it? We really don't know. So, at this moment, it's rather early to make any conjectures, but this is clear that whatever government be established would be Israel compliant and USA compliant.
Okay. So, I mean, what is your assessment of the support that Mr. Mahmoud Abbas enjoys or hopes to have from the Arab world? Do you think he still commands their support, or do you think the major countries which were involved in the negotiations, such as Qatar, Egypt, and Turkey, are looking beyond him?
As far as other regional countries are concerned, they have invited Mahmoud Abbas in the summit that was held. So they do recognize him, but we must bear in mind that he's not the sole voice of the Palestinians. And there are many other voices as well. Hamas, of course, has been disbanded almost, you could say, because their recognition, their space has been destroyed. So Hamas is out, but the remaining factions that exist, how do they coexist amongst themselves? Mahmoud Abbas basically is president of Palestinian Liberation Organization, PLO, but that doesn't mean that he enjoys full support of the Palestinians themselves and also of the regional countries, because different regional country has its own perspective and issues when it comes to resolution of the Palestine problem.
Right. So, when we look at the Palestinian politics, do you think after this 2 year long, very bloody conflict, Hamas, beyond its military role, will have some political future, or do you think that is also under question?
I think Hamas has become a no-go area now. So, although it was a militant wing of a political party, so they were politically elected. They were not militants as per other militants that you have. They were politically elected people, but they had to take on arms, and because of that, they have been discredited, and now I don't think they will be able to play any major role as it happened in Egypt. You know that Morsi, Mr. Morsi, the head of the Akhwan Muslimin, was the head of Egypt before the coup d'etat that took place and General Sisi took over. So now nobody talks about Morsi. Similarly, here too, I think they are now a history.
Okay. And how do you think this peace plan will affect the political standing and constituency of Benjamin Netanyahu? Will he be able to sell it to his constituency as a victory or a concession to Palestine?
Obviously, he will take it as victory that he has disbanded Hamas. He will also have victory as far as the return of the hostages is concerned. But as far as the implementation of MIGA is concerned, that might be a little affected, and therefore it will affect his political career.
I mean, do you think uh, after ceasefire, the Abraham Accord will be revived or will face greater challenges, particularly from the Arab world?
I think there are greater challenges because after Israel's attack on Doha, on Qatar, it basically shocked the Arabs who thought that they were part of the Abraham Accord and also thought that having given large bases, military bases to United States of America, they were safe. But suddenly they had a reality check. So now they have lost faith in American commitment to protecting interests of the Arabs, the regional Arab countries. So I think now the dynamics of this region are changing.
I think that's a very profound comment, and I want you to elaborate it further as my last follow up question. Are you saying that after Doha was attacked by Israel, Israel actually damaged whatever goodwill and trust it had secured within the Arab world in terms of Abraham Accord, and now the countries are going to be less keen in feeling secure and comfortable joining Abraham Accord with Tel Aviv now.
Probably, probably yes, because Netanyahu has proven that he is unreliable, unpredictable, and a very dangerous neighbor to have. And his agenda is basically expansion of Israel, and that cannot happen until he attacks all these countries. So when it comes to the greater Israel, the areas that they are looking at are basically including Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, Egypt, and that's why Egyptian army was at the borders to prevent any adventurism from the Israeli army. They also make claim parts of Turkey, of Saudi Arabia, of Iraq. So Netanyahu's agenda is very dubious, and he will continue to pursue it. So this peace accord, as I said before, I would look at it with a lot of caution. Of course, there are celebrations, as were celebrations before as well, and then you know what happened there. So I hope it's not a deja vu. I hope that there is a sustainable peace and a durable ceasefire. But Netanyahu's agenda and the evangelical agenda is much beyond that. So I don't think they are going to rest at it so easily.
Ambassador Naela Chohan, thank you so much for joining us today and helping us understand the complex reality of Middle East. Thank you so much for your valuable time and precious contribution.
Thank you for inviting me.